Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to give my initial impressions of the Battlefield Hardline beta and hopefully give you guys a well-informed opinion on whether or not this game is worth pre-ordering, worth buying, and what kind of things are we going to see? What kind of gameplay are we going to expect from this game? So I played on the PC and PS4, so I think my opinion is hopefully well-informed. Firstly, when I first got the game, when I first downloaded it, I wasn't too sure, so I had to really force myself to play this game, because the initial couple of games I was just like, I'm not too sure about how this feels, maybe it's a bit too fast paced, but I gave it a go. I gave it a couple of hours on PS4, and I actually played a lot more on PC. And I've got to say, I actually came to really enjoy it. I really liked the complete change of pace. Everything was just so different. And the first thing that really came to my mind, and really I actually noticed, was that unlike Battlefield 4, I could actually just jump straight into this game. And even if my team was losing, it didn't really bother me so much. You know, I am all about playing the objective and trying to win games, of course. But unlike Battlefield 4, I didn't get frustrated. You know when you jump in Battlefield 4 and your team is just being dominated by the other team, you've only got one flag, or you've only got 10 tickets for the MCOMs, and it just kind of get frustrating because your team isn't pushing out. In this one, I don't know why, but maybe it was the map designs or the spawns or something, but on Conquest, I just didn't feel frustrated. Even on the 64-player servers, I never felt like annoyed or being too trapped or overwhelmed. It felt like there was always a way I could play it regardless of the class I was using and just get into the game and have fun with it. Whereas Battlefield 4, you know, you could be stuck in a spawn trap or a general area because some guy in an LAV was just dominating you, and it became absolutely frustrating. Your team wouldn't help in out, and I just didn't get that feeling in Battlefield Hardline. I actually really liked that aspect of this game. So there's definitely a very different feel to this game. It's very infantry based. It's very fast-paced gameplay. The balance overall, I think it was pretty good. There was a few issues. I've got to say, the assault rifles, the initial one you start out with, I wasn't too keen on that. It felt pretty crappy. The M16 was certainly awesome once you got that. The M5K, that was pretty awesome, and the P90 when I managed to unlock, that was pretty good as well. The shotgun classes seem to be causing a little controversy. I've got to say, you know, a lot of people are posting clips like this one of mine on screen right now and saying, look at how overpowered this is, and I've got to be honest, if you just take this clip without analyzing properly, yes, it kind of looks like it's overpowered, but, you know, this is the kind of range where a shotgun should dominate, and you've got to look at the clip. Look at these guys. They're not paying attention to the side of the room where I'm on. They're so concerned and so focused with straight ahead, and they've all bunched up so they can't really see the map very well. They can't see what's really in front of them and around them. So I just come in and poking out slowly around the corner, watching my angles of attack, and take out these guys very fast with the shotgun. So I'm kind of in their blind spot in a way, and that's where, you know, clips like these, they're kind of misleading in a way because they aren't that powerful. The shotgun, sorry, isn't that powerful. Maybe it has a little bit too much range, but certainly in these kind of distances, the assault class, particularly the submachine guns like the M5K and the P90 and whatever, they can really dominate as well if you play it right. The shotgun just has its moments, but if you take like this clip here on PC, you can definitely see that it doesn't always hit. If you go the distance is too much, you're just not going to do any damage, you're just going to miss so easily. So honestly, I don't think the 870 is OP. Maybe it has a little bit too much range. But, you know, guys, you gotta think of the way you have to play the other weapons. You know, the shotgun is going to be dominant in close range, so you'll change your play style and you can counter the 870s and the shotgun users. As for the sniper class, I actually really enjoyed the sniper class. I mostly played with it on PC because I was trying to improve my aim, because I am a total PC noob. The last time I was on PC was several years ago on a MacBook Pro playing Modern Warfare 2 at about 50 frames per second, and it was not pretty. Don't play games on a MacBook Pro. They do not work as well. They didn't back then. They might do now, but on laptops they are not good for gaming. The heating is terrible. But anyway, back to the gameplay review at hand. This is very much an infantry-dominated game, so the vehicles can be very powerful at times, but overall they're not really that dominant because you can actually damage them with the infantry, which is, I think, is a perfect addition. The Magnum ammo in the sniper class did take out the helis a little too quickly. Did not enjoy that. Overall, though, it did feel like a breath of fresh air. Conquest on Dust Bowl felt like it had some really decent flow. I think this was a very well designed map. Probably not going to be the best map in the game, but definitely, I think it was well made. It definitely feels like all the classes could be played provided you know what you're doing. Same for the heist on Bank Job. Personally not too keen on the Hotwire game mode. It was quite fun, but after a couple of games it started feeling kind of tedious to play, though. You know, that was probably more likely due to the random players that I was with, and probably the map too. Player count wise, 32 players felt a little too empty. Again, maybe it was just the map itself. We'll have to wait and see how it actually plays out on the other maps. Looking forward to the boats on one of those maps that's currently being shown across YouTube right now. Interestingly, talking about map design, on these maps there's a very different feel to them compared to Battlefield 4. There isn't many places to head glitch, so you can't really stay in one place too often and for too long, sorry, and you can always get shot from many angles. There's always a way to use a zip line to get to somewhere or use a grappling hook to climb up, so I really like that aspect of the map design. There's no real way of just staying in one area, so for you defensive players out there, you know, if you want to play defensive, you've got to be on your toes and you've got to be ready for a gunfight. You know, with all the lack of head glitching spots and areas often having multiple angles and ways of taking out enemies, what you're going to see with Hardline is a much more faster paced gameplay than Battlefield 4. It's probably going to get pretty hectic at times, and I'm not talking about Operation Locker kind of hectic. I'm talking about, imagine if you added more lanes to Operation Locker. I think that's going to be the kind of feel of this game, depending on the maps, of course. If it's going to be all maps like Dust Bowl and Bank Job, maybe not. But I hope they throw some kind of Operation Locker style maps in there, but more kind of openness to them, more lanes to go, more ways to go, and try and mix it up a little bit, because, you know, Operation Locker, I've got a feeling there's going to be a map like that or similar to Metro. There usually is, because it's a very popular. It's a very popular kind of map, you know, so map style, sorry. So I definitely think there's probably going to be one in the game, but we'll have to wait and see. I hope if they do mix it up and open it up a little bit. As for the destruction, a lot of complaints. There's not much destruction in this game. Personally, it's not much of a big deal to me, but I can understand where people are coming from. There is little bits of destruction here and there. Notably, you can jump straight through windows without breaking them beforehand, which I think is a great addition. It definitely speeds up the gameplay. I was always frustrated in Battlefield 3, sometimes in Battlefield 4, but more in Battlefield 3 when you shoot in a window and it doesn't seem to break and you try and smash it, it doesn't go. It's kind of annoying, but I'm definitely enjoying this new feature. There's nice little touches in the game. The mini-map shows the capable areas of the flags. There's a vehicle timer when you spawn in, which is really great because you can actually see how many people are in it and you can be ready to spawn straight into it. There's very nice audio touches in the game. For example, when the pilot bails out of one of the helis, you actually hear him scream, "Take the wheel," like really loud. It's very crisp and very clear. It's awesome. There's other little audio touches as well. It feels very polished. It feels like there's lots of they've actually gone to town with it. There's a lot I think people are missing with the game that they're not really seeing. There's loads of little elements to it. There's loads of little layers and stuff going on, which I think is really nice. Especially one little addition they've included in the game where you can actually take ammo or health straight from your teammates without having to wait for them to drop it. I think that is just awesome. I so wish this was in Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3, because there's so many times where, you know, you're just in one of those situations where you just need some extra bullets, a little bit of health, and your teammate just doesn't do it. You know, I've seen high levels, max levels, just stood there. They don't even understand what's going on. They don't even drop anything. It's crazy. But anyway, moving on. Graphics wise, Hardline definitely has a very different aesthetic to Battlefield 4. It's been described as kind of cartoony. Yeah, it is. I think they had to change the design really, because if they just kept with the Battlefield 4 style, I think it would be seen as too much of a rehash game. It's not a new game, it's just a complete copy and paste. So I'm actually glad they've changed it up a little bit. It feels like a breath of fresh air, and you know, that's what we need. I know there's going to be lots of complaints that it's not the next Battlefield game, it's not Battlefield 4.5 or whatever. But you know, guys, like I said before, you know, if you're looking for that Battlefield 4 kind of experience, you've got to wait for Battlefield 5. That's just the deal, B. That's just what you got to do. This is Battlefield Hardline. It is, in a sense, it's like Battlefield Bad Company. It's a new edition. It's a spin-off. It's kind of an extra series, whatever. That's what it is. Overall, you know, I'm gonna give this game from the beta, just from the beta, 8 out of 10. I actually really enjoyed it. I felt like it was a breath of fresh air. It was suited for the more faster-paced, infantry-minded player. I think it was nice. It's a nice change. I think it feels pretty solid. It needs polishing on the edges, and we'll have to wait to see how the maps play out, because I think that is going to be the most important part of this game. If the maps aren't good, this game isn't going to work. From the beta, Dust Bowl and Bank Job, I actually enjoyed them. I think they worked pretty well. Not too sure about Hotwire, of course, but overall, I'm actually looking forward to this game. I think people are gonna like this game. I think a lot of people are putting it off straight away and saying, nope, it's not Battlefield, this isn't what we wanted. But I think it's a solid game, and I think you should check it out. If you don't want to pre-order it, don't pre-order it. It's simple. Just wait. Just wait. You don't have to buy games on release date. It's not... You don't have to do it. Don't get into the hype. But anyway, guys, that's all I've got for today. I hope you enjoyed this little review, my impressions of the game, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take it easy. I'll catch you later.